Anybody that did business with Iran could not do business with the United States. So everybody took a pass, including China. Biden came in, he just let everyone go by, and they became, they have over $300 billion today.
What is the commitment of our dear president, Mr. Donald J. Trump, to Israel? Is he still a friend? Has he flipped on us? As many in the social media are jumping, I can tell you personally that there's no way that Mr. Donald J. Trump is going to ever flip on Israel. I'll never forget the day after the mass shooting that I survived at our synagogue in April 27, 2019, Mr. Donald J. Trump called me up. And he spoke to me as I was at my home. At first, when my younger brother told me the White House is calling you, I didn't think it was real. I thought it was a prank. And when I got the phone and they said, hold for the president, and then Mr. Donald J. Trump took the phone and had a 30-minute conversation with me. Part of that conversation was not only bringing me comfort, but he also spoke about his commitment to Israel. He was talking about how he loves Israel. He was talking about how he loves the Jewish people, realizing this was just 24 hours after I was about to be assassinated by an anti-Semite, a white supremacist, who wanted to kill me for only one reason, because I was Jewish. He told me how his daughter is Jewish, how his grandchildren are Jewish. So his commitment to the Jewish people and to Israel is solid. As a matter of fact, that week after the shooting, I was invited to the White House. And when our president invited me into the Oval Office, it was then that I looked at him in the eyes and I said, Mr. Donald J. Trump, you are here in the office because God needs you to be here. As long as you maintain your support of Israel and the Jewish people, you will continue being successful in reaching all your goals that you need to accomplish here. So I don't doubt for a moment that Mr. Donald J. Trump's support for Israel has changed in any way, shape, or form. If anything, it's gotten only better. His trip to the Middle East and Arab states was truly transactional. It's what he needs to do as the president of the free world, but his support and the dedication to Israel has not weakened whatsoever. This is an interview where you can hear it from the president himself.
I want to talk about Israel. I mean, the first trip in the first administration, when you came over to the Middle East, you did do a stop in Israel on the way back. Not doing it this time. Obviously, the Israel-Hamas and what's happening in Gaza is driving a lot. How do you see that? Are you frustrated at all with Prime Minister Netanyahu?
No, look, he's got a tough situation. You have to remember there was an October 7th that everyone forgets. It was one of the most violent days in the history of the world, not the Middle East, the world, when you look at the tapes. And the tapes are there for everyone to see. So he has that problem. That problem should have never happened. Now, if I were president, that problem wouldn't have happened because Iran had no money. They were stone cold broke, and they weren't giving money to Hamas. In fact, I remember in your show, like a year before that, you were saying there's no money for Hezbollah, Hamas. There's like 28 different groups. The Houthis. But they have 28 groups that we know of, and none of them, they were all breaking up because there was no money. And then Biden came along, he took off all the sanctions on Iran. I mean, I put sanctions that were so strong. Anybody that did business with Iran could not do business with the United States. So everybody took a pass, including China. Biden came in, he just let everyone go by, and they became, they have over $300 billion today.
So how do you get to a solution there?
Oh, we'll get 100%.
You think so?
Well, we're going to have a solution one way or the other. It's either going to be violent or not violent. And I far prefer nonviolent. I know so many Iranians from New York, from Washington, from different places. These are great people. You have to view them as people. And I don't want it to be a violent thing, but they're not going to have a nuclear weapon.
But you said it was close the other day. You said it was close to a deal.
I think it's close. I think,
so does that mean that they're going to
enrich
at any level, like a civilian level?
No, I think they want to make a deal. You say to yourself, They have massive oil, by the way. They have oil that lasts for 300 years. They have a lot of oil. People don't realize they're one of the biggest in the world. And it's very good oil, meaning it's pure, perfect stuff. They don't have to, spend a fortune on gases and energy in order to melt the rock and everything. They have pure, unadulterated, good oil. And you say, why does somebody that has that kind of oil, other than being politically correct, but when you have unlimited amounts of oil and gas, why are you putting up, why do you need civil nuclear? I just don't see it.
But I mean, are you going to call for it all?
And
to
I
be
think nuclear is
dismantled?
fine. I think nuclear is fine for civil if you have a country with no oil. But if you're sitting on one of the largest piles of oil in the world, why are you talking about putting up nuclear civil? I call it nuclear civil.
And so Bibi Netanyahu is not convinced that a deal would be good for the region. Is that fair to say?
I think I can say that Bibi, he's an angry man, and he should be because of October 7th. And he's been hurt badly by that, but in another way he's been sort of helped because I think he's fought hard and bravely.
And you think the Israel-Hamas, the situation in Gaza is going to come to an end soon?
Gaza's a nasty place. It's been that way for years. I think it should become a free zone. Freedom. I call it a freedom zone. It should become a freedom zone. It doesn't work. Every 10 years they go back. They have Hamas. They have everybody's being killed all over the place. I mean, you ever see? You talk about crime stats. It's a nasty place.
Are these people, these countries that you were just visiting, are they going to have to be a part of the solution?
Well, they would be. They would be. I spoke to all three of them. They would absolutely be. I mean, they're really rich and really, 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 even more than rich. They're good people. And they would help. And so money's not even the problem.
Well, you got to get countries to say yes, to take them.
Look, these are people that want to be in the Middle East. They really want to be in the Middle East. They love the Middle East. I see that. There's a spirit for the Middle East. They didn't have to go to Sweden, Germany, these different countries. They could have been home in the Middle East if somebody had the brains to build beautiful communities. 1.9 million is a lot of people, but it's not a lot of people.
Where we need to be. And this is what our president came back from his trip, understanding Netanyahu, understanding the pressures he's been under, understanding what Israel has been through. His unwavering support will continue. And, dealing with Iran has been something that has been Mr. Netanyahu's mission, because he has brought it to the world's attention from the beginning that Iran is the Axis evil. And, the question that Mr. Trump asked was, if they have all this refined oil, pure oil under them, why do they need nuclear? Perhaps another question, if they are so wealthy and they have so much, why are the citizens suffering? Why are they the supporter of terror, the axis of terror? Why are they continuously trying to annihilate Israel? Be grateful for the resources, the minerals, the oil that you have. Enriching your country, enriching the life of your citizens. Give them liberties, give them freedoms instead of oppressing them. But yet God gives you so much, and yet you're taking away from God so much. So let's pray and hope that we see greater and better times in the Middle East. Let the axis of evil withdraw the evil wrath on the Middle East and the world. Let them stop supporting terrorism. And let the Western world do what it needs to do to neutralize evil in the midst, to bring a better and a peaceful world speedily in our days. God bless you. God bless you.